Very good morning to all of you. Myself, Mr. Mahbudur Rahman. Today, I will cover a topic on fluid flow, classification, study, uniform and non-uniform laminar and turbulent continuity equations. So, first of all, uh, we will see that what is our fluid flow. It is a part of fluid mechanics and deals with the fluid dynamic. It will involves the motion of fluid subjected to unbalanced force. This motion continues as long as unbalanced force are applied. In another way, we can say that it is a part of fluid mechanics and deals with fluid dynamics, which is our unbalanced forces were subjected. So, for example, we take the example if we are pouring water from mug, the velocity of water is very high over the lip, moderately high approaching the lip, and very low at bottom of the mug. So, the mug unbalanced force is gravity and flow continues as long as the water is available and the mug is tilted. So, now see here the types of fluid. First one is the ideal fluid. It is when it cannot be compressed and the viscosity does not fall in the category of an ideal fluid, and it is an imaginary fluid which does not exist in reality. Next one is our real food. All the fluids are real as all the fluid possesses viscosity. Say that is called as our Newtonian fluid. Next one is non-Newtonian fluids. When the fluid does not obey Newtonian's law of viscosity, then we can say that the fluid is called as non-Newtonian fluid. Next one is ideal plastic fluid. When the shear stress is proportional to the velocity gradient and shear stress is more than the yield value, it is known as ideal plastic fluid. The next one, incompressible fluid. When the density of the fluid does not change with the application of external force, then that is called as our incompressible fluid. Then next, compressible fluid. It is when the density of fluid changes with the application of external force, then we can say that is the compressible fluid. Now we are seeing here that the table which represent the density and viscosity of the different types of fluid. Ideal fluid, if density is constant, then viscosity will be 0. Real fluid, if the density is variable, then viscosity is non-zero. Newtonian fluid, constant or variable, then T is equal to U. Non-Newtonian, constant or variable, then T is equal to U, not equal to U. Incompressible fluid, if it is constant, then non-zero or 0. Classification of flows on the basis of mass number. So in compressible flow, it has m and it is less than 0.3. Compressible subsonic flow has m between 0.3 to 1. So it is a diagram of our ideal fluid and ideal solid. So types of fluid flow. Fluid flow has all kind of aspects: steady or unsteady, compressible or incompressible, viscous or non-viscous, and rotational or irrotational, to name a few. Some of these characteristics reflect the properties of our liquid itself, and other focus on how the fluid is moving. Steady or unsteady flow. Fluid flow can be steady or unsteady, which depending on the fluid's velocity. Steady. In steady fluid flow, the velocity of the fluid is constant at any point. An unsteady condition, when the fluid is unsteady and the fluid's velocity can differ any 2 points. Then viscous or non-viscous flow. Liquid flow can be viscous or non-viscous. So viscosity, it is a measure of the thickness of a fluid, and very glossy fluids such as motor oil or shampoo, that are called as viscous fluids. Fluid flow equation. Mass flow rate, it is the rate of movement of massive fluid through a unit area. In simple word, it is the movement of mass per unit time, and the formula of the mass flow rate is given as rho into AV. From this equation, we can see that the mass flow rate depends on the density, velocity, and the area of cross sections of the fluid. Now see here the numerical problem behind on the mass flow rate. A fluid moves through a tube of 15 meter per second. The tube has transverse area of 0.4 meter square. If the density of the fluid rho is 1.5 grams per meter cube, what is the amount of the mass flowing through the tube? So how we can solve? We know that the mass flow rate is equal to rho A into V. So when we substituting the value in this above equation, we get mass flow rate 1.5 into 15 into 0.4, we obtain 9 gram per second. So in this way we solve and calculate the value of the mass flow rate. In a uniform flow, if the velocity at the given flow, and when the velocity changes from point to point in flow at any given instant of time, then flow is described as our non-uniform flow. Okay, so next one is laminar and turbulent flow. Laminar flow or steam flow in pipes occurs when fluid flow in parallel layers with no disturbance between the layers, right? At low velocity, the fluid tends to flow without lateral mixing and adjacent layers slide past one another like playing cards. There are no cross currents perpendicular to the direction of flow, nor eddies or swirls of fluids. So in a laminar flow, the motion of the particle of the fluid is very orderly with all particles, which moving in a straight line and parallel to the pipe walls. So and lateral mixing occurs by the action of diffusion between layers of the fluid. Then our continuity equations, it is also called as transport equation. It is an equation that describes the transport of some quantity. So it is the equation of our continuity. Volume flow in over cross sectional area A1 and A2, A1 V1 delta T, A2 V2 delta T. When mass in over A, then rho A1 V1 delta T, and mass out over, then P A2 V2 into delta T. But when we write according to our continuity equation, we write it rho A1 V1 is equal to rho A2 V2. In this way we can write our continuity equation, right? In this way we write our continuity equation A1 rho A1 V1 is equal to rho A2 V2. So assumptions of continuity equation. Following are the assumptions of the continuity equation. The tube is having a single entry and single exit, and the fluid flowing in the tube is non-viscous, and the flow is incompressible, and fluid flow is steady condition. So okay, thank you for watching. Once again, thank you.